I need to develop or create a color palette in Illustrator, and it's a color palette that I have created someplace else, like in the Adobe Color app, then I'm going to do a screenshot. I can either take one or two different routes. Either write down all the hex codes and then recreate it in Illustrator, or I can do a screenshot of the image of the color palette, and then I can place it in Illustrator and then use the eyedropper tool to add those colors to my color swatches. So I'm going to take the second route. I'm going to place a screenshot of a color palette that was already created. I'm going to place that into my Illustrator document where I'm working, and then I'm going to add those colors to my swatches, and I'm actually going to get rid of the colors that I don't need, because for me they just get in the way, and then I end up looking for colors that I need, and then they're mixed in with the colors that are already there. So just click on New File. I'm going to work as if I'm working on an actual project. Because each of those screens that I'm creating is 1,420 pixels by 800 pixels, then I'm going to change right here. I'm going to change inches to pixels, and then I'm going to set up a document just like the one that everyone might be working on in class. So I'm going to go 1420 by 800. I want at least 9 artboards for now. And the bleed is going to be 0 for now. Color mode, CMYK is default, 300 is default. And I'm just going to stop here. This is going to work for me, so I'm just going to click Create. I did get a document like this. It's set up in 2 columns. So the way I work, first thing I'm going to do is turn on my rulers. On a Mac keyboard is Command R, just in case I need to draw out guides from the ruler here to align things. And I'm going to, my control panel is already open, and then I'm going to make sure that my swatches are available. So it defaults, swatches default to, close this, swatches default to having a load of grayscales, some jewel tones down here, just primary colors, and then all these common colors here. Sometimes I keep them to experiment, sometimes I get rid of them. In this case, I'm going to get rid of them. So I'm just going to click on this first red right here. I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard, and I'm going to click on this last one here. And then I'm going to click on the garbage can here. It's going to ask me, do I really want to get rid of them? Yes, of course I do. And then I'm left with this. I don't need these brushes, so I'm going to get rid of them as well. And I always keep black and white because black and white is handy. And I'm going to click on this folder right here, and I'm going to get rid of all those primary colors. Now I know when I place my my swatch that I did a screenshot of, I know that the colors that I sample are going to be the only colors that I have to work with, which simplifies my workflow. So I'm going to go up to here, File. I'm going to go down to Place, and I put this screenshot that you sent me in Downloads. Click and drag it out here. Shows up over here. And then I'm going to get this eyedropper tool. Ta-da! And just click on top of the colors. Really, really simple and easy. Just click here and just say hang on just a second. I don't know why. So yeah. So I'm just going to grab here. I'm going to start pulling these colors down. Going to click here. Going to pull this one down here. Going to click here. Going to pull it down here. And then as I'm doing this, it's actually, I'm actually able to put these colors in the same order that they were initially set up for, the way they were created in the color app. So, pow, got all my colors. I don't need this again, and now I can start working. So the word that I'm going to be working with, I'm going to pick up a word from the project. I'm going to pick up collaboration. Go back to Illustrator, paste the word right in there. Comes in really tiny. I'm going to change the font to Helvetica. And I'm going to start off with Helvetica Neue Bold. So I have a lot of different screens here, and I can either work this project one or two ways. So Illustrator is nice, and it will let you realign these artboards, and that's nice for a couple of different reasons. But in this case, it's nice because you can either design as if your word is stretching across all the screens all at once, because that's going to take care of that sort of feeling of motion and time. So I am going to go up to here. I'm going to click on Edit Artboards, and then I'm going to click on Rearrange All. And so it lets me control how many columns. Right now it's in 2 columns, but I want to be in 3 columns. So, and I want my spacing to be 0 because I don't want there to be a gap in, I don't want there to be a gap in between these artboards. And so I'm going to change this to 0. And then I'm going to change how many columns. I want 3 columns because I'm working with, I'm going to be working kind of like a stack. So I'm just going to say OK, and that changes things for me. So it still lets me see where those things break, but at least now I can start designing, and this is going to speed up my workflow too. Likewise, if so, so I'm going to break this word as if I was working. And the words were really, really, really big. And so I am going to, for instance, first I'm going to outline this. Under type, let's see if it's under type. Change create obstacle. Nope. Use the keyboard command. Command-Shift-O outlines the type from usable type to just like design elements, right? So now I can mess around with them and I can design with them. Command Y changes my viewing mode, and I am going to do Command-Shift-G, which ungroups. So now I can take them off the baseline that they were on. So if I'm working with the word like this, then I can go and I can grab these individually and as a group. So say for instance, if I like this feels like proportionately similar to this. So I'm going to grab all these guys right now and just scale this up a little bit. I'm not sure that's going to work, so I'm going to just break them. I'm going to break the word like this, just so that I can kind of have a little bit of control. And now I'm just going to scale them up like this. So if I wanted to work with the words in this way, right? Move this guy down. Oh, I might be able to have some fun with the way these O's break. So maybe I'll grab one of these guides, Command Y, so I can see the outline. Grab one of these guides and align everything here with that guide. And now I have these O's stacked up. Sometimes you don't realize that you're going to, have any kind of order with this stuff until you start messing around with it. So maybe I can do something with these O's. Maybe my show is about, I don't know, oh my God. So I'm just gonna start, I can, like, now they're outlined, and now they are, they're individuals. And so I can start individually coloring them. And now I can make some good design decisions about how I want to use my color. What if all my O's are the same color? And if all my L's are the same color? What if all my A's are the same color? Okay, A's, behave. Right? Make my B this color. Make the B this color. When you work this way too, you can start noticing different things, like, the colors that you chose, are they the colors that are going to work with you? So, or work for you, rather. And I'm noticing that this blue is real close to this blue. I'm not using them in close proximity, so I think I'm just going to stick with them, but I might be able to make some changes. So, and then I'm going to make my R's. I'm coming back to this color here. So, working like this too allows me to start making design decisions about how I treat other design elements. So because I don't have any actors chosen right now, then I'm just going to I'll put one guy here. And I'm just going to clone these. I'm going to put another one here, right? If I put another one here, and I put another one here, I don't have to have these. Now maybe if I had a sketch and I was working through this, then I might, I might already have these names picked out. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out, is this design going to work? So maybe this design works, and I want those cast members that big. And let's see, they're all 102. And I'm going to make some of them half the size. So I'll make, let's see, half of 51. So I'll make some of them half that size. And then what I'm going to do is, for design reasons, I am going to close that box up. I'm going to outline these so they behave. And then I'm going to rotate them all. Right? And I can just drop them right in my counters. And if that, like I said, for design reasons, right, there may be a reason why this works for the design. Maybe the design is about collaboration. So I'm just maybe talking about how these design elements work together. And then if I want to, I can change the orientation on the baseline of those design elements. And if I want to do every other one, I think I'm going to go with moving these L's and the B down. I'm going to move this cast member down because it's going to give me some interesting rhythm. And I'm going to move these guys up. Right? So that's down, that's up, that's down, that's up. This is, I almost feel like I want to keep this. And then this guy. Let's move this guy over, and then maybe at some point I will change the color of the word member just so that it's readable. But at least I have design elements moving around so that I can really start taking control of my layout. Now, let's drop this dude in here just for kicks. And then, if I had a network logo, I know it doesn't need to be that big, and I'm going to drop that down. So that's about the 16th. A 16th of this entire slide, right? It does not need to be that big. So I like this. I'm going to say save, command save. I'm going to save it on the computer just so I can find it. Let's call it screens. Save. I'm saving on my desktop. So now when I go to InDesign, and now I have to launch InDesign. The one thing about this assignment that I think escapes some of my students sometimes is because the size of the screens that that the students are creating for this assignment are the same size as the presentation template. So I'm going to change this because I don't have one downloaded. I'm going to change this to pixels, and I know already that is 1420. Sometimes it jumps back. 1420 by 800. Set up for one column right now. It's got a margin of 36 pixels. I might need that margin for my other stuff, like my persona and the specimen and all that stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and put this at 9. 9 pages. So in Illustrator, I have my document set up. Wow. Document setup. Because right now it's in facing pages. I want to make sure this is turned off because I don't want it to flow. And now I have a document that I can start to place my screens in from Illustrator. So I need to make sure that I can see where the color breaks. So right now I'm just going to pretend I wouldn't ordinarily make every screen background the same color, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to make the background just one color, just so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to make it light gray. And I'm going to send it to the back. On Mac keyboard, Command Shift left bracket sends everything to the back. I'm going to save again. Now in InDesign, if I start bringing these things in, Command D is for place. And I want to go to my screens. And if you want to place multiple artboards from Illustrator, you have to make sure that you have show import options on, because then it will give you immediately a way to drop in individual artboards. So right now I'm just going to say I want the first one, right? And I'm just going to say OK. And if I just click, I don't have to drag or anything. It's going to drop it right where I need it. The color is a little bit off. I won't worry about that now. It looks a little jagged right now because the view is on typical display performance, and I want it on high display performance just so I know that I'm working with something that is going to work. So I'm going to go to my next page, Command D again for place, go to screens, and it will retain your preferences for a while. So show import options is already clicked. I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to go to my second page and just click. Places it right where I need it. If you want to speed up your workflow, you can, of course, say all. and then it will give you a loaded cursor, and it will allow you to just one by one. So click right here, go to the next one, click right here, go to the next one, click right here. It'll give you that loaded cursor. So then in our presentation, when we do our presentation, okay, that's always the way you try to do a presentation. When we do our presentation and we're clicking through these, you can see how this stuff works from frame to frame. So not only was this a demonstration for how to use that color eyedropper to load colors into Illustrator, also a quick demo for how you can set up your artboards in Illustrator, how you can outline type so that you can use the letter forms individually. Yeah, and this is just it. Like once you get done designing, and you do after you've done sketching and designing and done your roughs, then this kind of stuff just becomes production, and you're just trying to speed up your workflow so you can get onto your presentation, get done. And for me, that means crashing out at a normal hour and not staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I hope all this helps.